Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking pattern paper. One of my absolute favorite things to hoard. I mean use. If you're anything like me, you've got stacks and stacks or 3 or 4 stacks of paper pads and pattern paper. Sometimes it's hard to know where to start when you're pulling together a card. So let's chat about how to actually choose the right pattern paper for your projects. All right, first things first. If you want a bright and happy card, go for a bold floral or a playful polka dot or a playful pattern. Something a little bit more elegant. Look for soft watercolor washes or subtle tone-on-tone patterns. I always start with my main image, whether it's a stamped image, stamp set, a big sentiment with die cuts. Once I know what I'm building the card around, I can start picking papers that complement that. If your image is busy or colorful, tone the paper down. If your image is simple, then go wild with that background. Try sticking to 3 patterns max. 1 bold pattern, 1 medium pattern, and 1 subtle or tone-on-tone pattern. Think of it like fashion. Mixing prints works best when there's a balance. And don't forget, solids or tone-on-tone patterns count too. They can be your best friend when everything starts looking a little chaotic. Okay, color matching doesn't have to be scary. Here's my cheat. Pick your pattern paper first, then pull your inks, cardstock embellishments to match. That way, everything coordinates and you're not digging through your stash to find the perfect blue. All right, this one's for my fellow paper hoarders. Cut your paper. It's okay. You bought it to use it, and it'll look so much better on the card than in a drawer. So go ahead and use it, my friend. Tip number 5, think of your paper as design elements. Think of that pattern paper as much more than just a background. You can die cut from it, like for the lanterns. You could cut those lanterns out. You could die cut them out if you had a coordinating die. Same thing for our cat and our little girl here. You could cut them out and use that pattern paper instead of having to stamp and color. You can use it for paper piecing, like we could take our little girl here, stamp her out onto our pattern paper and cut the kimono out from the pattern paper. So we could do paper piecing with it, or even fussy cut the images out, either one. Pattern paper is such a fun way to add interest and personality to your cards. And once you get comfortable mixing and matching, it opens up a ton of design possibilities. I hope you find these tips helpful and that you find a little bit more confident diving into that paper stash. Let me know in the comments what your go-to pattern paper pad is right now. I'd love to check it out. And if this video helped, you'll probably like this video right here, and I'll see you over there. Until next time, stay crafty, and I love you.